the Unboxed Backroom podcast, a labor of love where we don't just talk about products, we talk about the people, the passion, and the process behind them all. And obviously, in episode 3, we're going to be talking about the Apple awe-dropping event where all the iPhones dropped and much more happened. So, Sambit, what were your first impressions of the event?
Of the event?
Yeah, the event.
Event was a bit sober, I think. But thankfully, the revelations, everything that was revealed in the event, it actually made up for the sort of the sober event.
True, right? Like the products were probably some of the most biggest overhauls we've seen on Apple's part.
It had to be. The software itself is getting a huge overhaul, so the hardware had to live up to it.
Correct.
And thankfully, at least from what we've seen so far, it looks like they are both going to be that massive overhaul we've been waiting for.
So yeah, I think in episode 1 we did speak about the software a lot. It was just after the event for the iOS 16 drop, right? WWDC. And now we have the iPhones finally. Speaking of the iPhones, my God, the iPhone 17. This has to be the closest a vanilla phone has ever been to a non-pro phone. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think it's going to make a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
There are so many people who've been wanting a Pro, but for different reasons have not been able to go to the Pro. Now they can go for a vanilla phone, but still enjoy at least close to a Pro experience.
Right.
I myself want to see how close it gets. So we're waiting to try both of them together.
Correct. And hardware-wise, it is so close to a Pro, it actually begs the question, do you even need a Pro yet? Obviously, we'll discuss why you do need a Pro yet. But 120Hz ProMotion, when leaks and rumors were floating around, people actually thought it was not going to be ProMotion, so it was not going to go all the way down to 1 Hz. But this is actual real ProMotion where it goes down all the way to 1 Hz, which really improves efficiency. So I think Apple has just been fantastic letting their, entry-level users get this kind of access, and also LTPO. I'm just super impressed with the iPhone 17 and obviously the A19 chip, right?
Oh yeah, that's going to be nice. See, speaking of the display, a lot of people may not know why you need a ProMotion, but once you've used a ProMotion, there's no going back.
True, there's absolutely no going back. And one thing that I really appreciate this time around is actually going to 256 GB as an entry point altogether. Because honestly, 2025 is the time where 128 just doesn't cut it anymore.
I think 2 videos we shoot in the studio itself and we are done with 128 GB.
Correct.
So I think it's a great, and forget great, it's actually finally something that the base variant has always begged for. So.
It's actually needed because now we have ProRes RAW videos, which is like a step up in level of quality, but that's just going to take up 128 GB in no time. It's just going to be gone.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the iPhone, I also wanted to talk about the cameras. Actually, iPhone has always been this vanilla model where you have got for the past few years a really good primary camera, but the secondary camera feels like kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
This time I think with the second 48 megapixel camera they have really killed it.
Again, another feature that brings you close to the Pro.
Yeah.
Again, something that we are really looking forward to using. And I think, again, it's going to make a lot of people happy.
And also, all of this at a price that is lesser than last year's 16, right? The 256 GB model.
So you're getting enough Pro features and now value for money.
Yeah, so the 256 GB model is now $7,000 cheaper, which is quite a considerable amount actually.
And add in all the offers that Croma is going to offer, and then it's going to be killer pricing.
True. So I think the iPhone 17 actually blew everyone away. All the tech journalists, enthusiasts, all the folks that love Apple so much, the Apple fanboys, fangirls around the world. I think iPhone 17 was really a killer launch. But let's talk about something that was even more killer, I think, the iPhone Air.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been looking at the rumors for ages, I think. And I think sometimes it felt too good to be true. But when you actually see it, and I'm waiting to see it, it's going to be amazing. Because we've seen the other slim phone. We've seen the Edge.
The Edge.
And it is an engineering marvel. It has helped other brands come up with form factors that are now going crazy.
Right.
And I think this I believe the Air is a step up for Apple, a massive step up for Apple. And it's also one step closer to what we are probably going to see in another year or so.
Okay, are you hinting at something? What do you think is coming?
I wish I knew, and I really wish I knew. But yeah, Apple foldables, Apple AR glasses,
Yeah.
so much is possible just by this one AirCut design.
Yeah, actually, everything that they've managed to pack into the little plateau is what they call it, the top part of the phone. It's excellent because the entire body is just battery. But then at the plateau on top there, you've got the custom chipset, you've got the ISP, you've got the cameras, you've got everything in there. And like you said, it's really going to open doors for new form factors.
Could we see an AR glass next year?
I think so, and it's making me really excited because Meta actually proved that this space has a market. It has a true market amongst enthusiasts, and Apple getting in there, given that it's already got the Vision Pro, I think that would be something worth looking forward to.
Yeah.
But iPhone foldable.
Oh my god, that is going to be supremely exciting.
This thing is already super slim, right? So you can just imagine in your head two of these folding together and making one iPhone.
It just feels like Apple has done half the work this year.
Yeah.
Next year another half, and they'll just join them together. And
the leaks and the rumors are way underway. People really think this moment's gonna happen, and honestly Apple needs to get into this race, right? Foldables have become super mature now over the years. If you look at Samsung's iteration or anyone's iteration, they've become great, and Apple typically enters in late but does a fantastic job with optimization and everything. So I think this really brings us close. But Sambit, you were actually saying something that the other day that really stuck with me. You were talking about the MacBook Air moment for iPhones.
Yeah, I mean, you can't help but remember Steve Jobs' that launch event where he took out the MacBook Air from an envelope, and people just went crazy with what is actually possible with the design and engineering.
Right.
And this almost feels the same. It may not have had that wow event or a wow launch, but it just feels like you have a pro level phone that is so slim, that is also a bit I won't say affordable, but accessible,
yeah.
And yet without compromising on a lot of things. It just keeps reminding you of the MacBook Air.
Right.
The way MacBook Air just took the entire laptop world by storm. This has that feeling that it might just be so.
And obviously the event won't have that sparkle because no matter what, it is not Steve Jobs, right?
True.
Steve Jobs had that way of delivering speeches and delivering at events and having just wow factor of sorts. But for MacBook Air, what you did say, I actually, because you spoke of it, I thought of something that, the MacBook Air in the beginning was also quite criticized.
Yeah.
Its form factor was so slim that it just couldn't, keep up with the performance of the other laptops of the day. But over time, it just became a cult classic. Now, I think the MacBook Air is one of the most popular computing devices of 2025.
True.
So definitely, if this becomes the standard of smartphones, then we're looking at sleeker, better, smarter engineering every single year. And I think that's something all of us tech enthusiasts need to be excited about.
Yeah. So I think this is a great time, since we spoke about the MacBook Air.
Yeah.
It's also the time to talk about the Pro variant, and not of the laptop, of the phone.
The phone.
Because no iPhone launch can be complete without the Pro versions.
Absolutely.
And from what we've seen so far, the Pro variants are bringing in a lot of new things, starting with that bold new design. I think the orange color is in your face. There is no missing that color.
Correct.
And even that design with the plateau, I think it's going to be very recognizable. Again, there will be critics. Who doesn't critic these days? And design is subjective, but like if I have to buy a phone, and this might, I don't want to take it on camera, but
you think you're getting it?
Maybe. If I do get one, orange is the one. Orange is the new black.
Yeah.
And
perfect.
Yeah. Which is surprising considering there's no black color, and that is way bold of Apple, because space gray and black are the go-to colors.
Yeah, safest.
Safest, stealthiest. Don't want to stand out, go for the black or the space gray. But this time I think from the only stealthy color of sorts is the blue. Silver is also a bit whitish, and orange. Well, orange is
crazy, yeah.
So bold color choices,
Yeah.
but also bold choices with the materials. And I know how strongly you feel about the aluminium.
Actually, the color choices, the vividness of the colors is only possible because Apple went back to aluminium, because that is a metal that can be colored to such a degree that it will look vivid. Before, with the titanium, you had that sleek titanium finish, but it wouldn't really look vibrant like this aluminium chassis does. Obviously, the return to aluminium is controversial. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to say, well, Apple made a big deal about titanium in the past. Why the return now? But you know what? I truly believe this is an upgrade, especially for pro users. Now, why I feel that it is an upgrade is because, first of all, aluminium is lighter.
True.
So for such a bulky phone that has a big camera, big battery, the battery size has increased this year, it needs to be lighter, it needs to be more wieldy in the hand. Next, obviously, it's more sustainable. I mean, we all know about how aluminium keeps getting recycled.
Yeah.
And third, and the most important point is the heat, the thermals aspect of it all. Now, because iPhone, the 17 Pro is geared towards power users, they need to have really good thermal. And aluminium is the perfect conductor for thermal efficiency, for good performance, for sustained performance. Before, we did have some critics last year for the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro and the Pro Max, where the titanium, while beautiful, while a marvel of engineering, wasn't doing that well in sustained gaming performance because of the heat being trapped inside. Now, aluminum is not going to let you do that because it's such a good conductor of heat, and also the entire body is made out of one slab of aluminum with a little hole for the glass in the middle. It is fantastic engineering, CNC milled to perfection, I believe, and I really feel very strongly about this. I am sure a lot of people don't like this decision, but this is a fantastic decision in my books. We had to go back to aluminum to see that power, to see that prowess.
I think once you start using it and really pushing the phone to its limits, they'll see the whole reason why they've gone back to aluminium. And Apple has been going on about gaming. I mean, no launch event is done without them talking about the AAA games.
Yeah.
And they're really pushing gaming a big
hardware accelerated ray tracing as well.
True. So thermals are so important. Thermals.
Yeah.
Just generally, why would you want a very hot phone? And I remember when the iPhone 15 Pro launched, the first couple of weeks, people were only talking about how hot it gets. Yeah. People were removing it from the cases. I have done that because it was getting so hot.
Yeah.
Over time, it's become better, but
yeah.
I know aluminum does do a great job with thermals, and I can't wait to push the phone.
Perfect. We are going to test some of those AAA games. I am excited to get into them, and also Apple has such a huge ecosystem of accessories for gaming, so it's really just such a joy to do that. Yeah, but let's talk about something that got a huge roar at the event, right?
Let me guess. Center stage.
Center stage. Yes, center stage. So I think as you said, kind of a dull event, this was the spa, this was the actual shine. This is where the crowd actually went crazy, and it is the re-innovation of the selfie camera.
I think this is that moment where selfies are going to really change. I've actually gone through all the issues that Apple highlighted. I've had my phones fall down in parties where I've tried to click pictures of the entire group.
Hold it in that weird way, right?
Weirdly holding and trying to fit everyone in one frame. But with this, I think this is going to just change the way we click pictures, selfies especially. And again, can't wait to try it out.
Yeah, it just solves the entire problem of having to hold it at awkward angles. You can just click a button now and it becomes a horizontal. Yeah, the normal selfie hold, but now you get a horizontal shot. And obviously, one thing, as a selfie taker, one thing that really irked me was that when you took a photo like this, your eyes were there.
Correct.
And it just always looked weird.
Correct.
But now we've actually got a solution for that problem, and it's really an ingenious solution, and I cannot wait for everyone to start copying it, because I think it has really solved an actual real world issue. Not a lot of new features solve real world issues, real world troubles, but I think this one is really great.
It also begs the question, well, what happens to the camera control button? Because the whole idea of the camera control button was to hold the phone like this so that it becomes easy to click pictures. I guess just time will tell.
I think what happens for now, at least, people who are using it for the rear camera photos can still use it.
True.
But selfies obviously is a thing of the past now, because why would you use it like that when you can just click a horizontal selfie the right way? I think that's fantastic on the 17 series all throughout. All of them get it, which is a fantastic thing. But we've also got camera upgrades on the 17 Pro and Pro Max. So this is very, very exciting. A new telephoto camera.
Yes. All 48 megapixels.
All of them are 48 megapixels, no compromise anywhere. And now we get proper 8x in sensor zoom resolution. So that just means better zoom photos throughout the way, right? And I'm really excited about this. And you know, such a thing was just not possible with a 12 megapixel sensor.
I think Apple had a lot to catch up with, especially when you see the zoom photos of the ultras and the pixels, even the Oppos and the Vivos of the world.
Correct.
There was a lot to catch up on, and I think finally Apple has addressed that. And with this new sensor, I think some of our zoom tests, which we do so frequently, I think Apple will make its place there.
Yeah, guys, nice that you pointed that out. We cover all kinds of zoom tests, so please stay tuned to this channel for all of them. But that's going to be a lot of fun to test that. iPhone was the obvious loser. I'm sorry to say that, but it was for the previous zoom test. But now I'm so excited to see how it's going to do against the Pixel and the Samsung S25 Ultra. Really, really exciting times.
Can you just summarize everything that the iPhone 17 Pro brings to the table? I think we finally have a Pro phone, which actually now caters to all sorts of people, from creators to power users, to obviously everyday people as well. But now it's like the whole spectrum of people are going to get everything they want from one Pro phone.
True, I really think that the Pros this year is for the power users and the content creators. It's never quite been so pro. And actually, I've written it down here. One of my favorite features on the iPhone 17 Pro is Genlock. It is absolutely genius. The way if you're a content creator, you probably have two iPhones to record a B-roll or an A-roll, and it'll just make stitching of two clips so seamless, so easy, and it is really, really a boon for content creators. I think they're really pushing hard, and this is the Pro phone to do it with the Vivo X200 Pro and phones like this. There was now a question, right? Is this the new phone for the content creators? But Apple has just snatched that position right back.
I think everyone else has just been improving so much with cameras, with photography, but I still don't think anyone can touch Apple when it comes to videos.
True, absolutely.
Just the sheer quality of the videos, and there are real-world examples of people shooting movies with an iPhone.
The event.
So yeah, but even the movies.
True.
So this just takes it to another level.
Yeah.
And even that zoom camera, I think now with the 48 megapixel, you can zoom out without losing quality.
Right.
While shooting a video.
Correct.
So I think another way of Apple again pushing it ahead.
And one thing Apple has always done well, obviously now we have the zoom camera with increased resolution and all, that's going to look fantastic. But one thing I think no one comes close to Apple, when you're taking a video and you want to zoom in or zoom out, the kind of seamlessness you get in the zoom without any kind of weird twitch or jitter, it is just textbook UI perfection.
And now add hardware quality to it.
Correct.
It's going to be so amazing.
Love it. Yes, but let's just talk about one more thing. No, as they always say in the Apple events, this was truly about the iPhones. Everything revolutionary that happened at the event was mostly centered around the iPhones. But what actually happened with the AirPods is something we cannot ignore too, right?
Absolutely. I think this is again the defining moment for TWS. I think Apple was the one which brought in the TWS era, so to say, with the AirPods. And this could be the time where it's again switching it all.
Yeah.
And then We
To
can
give
just see it.
context,
To
yeah,
give context, we finally have health tracking on the app.
Health tracking
You
on
no
your
longer
earphone.
need to have a smartwatch. You can just
True.
track your heart rate on your AirPods. I think this is just an amazing
And for
feature.
people like me who use no watch, I don't actually prefer watches. I don't like watches. So I am a daily user of my TWS, right? I don't have to forcibly put on a fitness band or a smartwatch. I can just get all my health tracking insights, which includes heart rate sensing. And now I'm sure slowly and surely a lot more metrics and a lot more data will be available through your AirPods.
True.
You can just put that in and get all my health insights. I don't need to have the watch, which I know you love, but maybe someone like me doesn't. So I'm just so excited about the AirPods Pro, the Pro 3. I think they have really knocked it out of the park here, and they are promising 2 times the ANC compared to the last model. So that's something we at Unboxed are really, really excited to test. And I love audio, so I'm definitely going to get my hands dirty with that. But
I like health tracking, so I'll do that part of the
yes,
review.
you can do that part of the review. So yeah, I think this was all in all a fantastic event. The presentation could have been better, but revolutionary, right?
It's sometimes good to just give the things that were the hero a bit more limelight. Instead of talking about the event, we are all talking about the product. So
absolutely.
no complaints.
So yeah, guys, if you do want to watch our previous podcast episode, which had the WWDC coverage, you can check out episode 1 of this series. And we will come back again very, very soon with another podcast. Until then, we'll see you. But one more thing, if you do want to buy the iPhone 17 series, they will now be available at your nearest Croma store. So go check them out, and we will see you next time.